Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be talking a little on the personal side. Um, it could be triggering to some people. So I will be putting in here that the conversation is gonna be maybe possibly trigger warning. But as you can tell by today's topic, um, that you see, it is about abuse of any kind. Um, I will be going through different videos, the all stages of abuse, mental, verbal, physical, sexual. But today, um, we're gonna start with sexual abuse. I personally want to do this one because I have gone through it. I'm not someone who likes to open up about this, but I have been molested at the age of 5 years old by my first stepfather, my siblings' bio father, for about 2 years. Second grade, I almost had to face him in court because he denied everything and all that stuff. And I've just been, I've always struggled with it. I've never been able to open up to therapists, go to therapists and talk, I've had to talk to my mother, even to my own husband. Down in the description, there is a suicide, it's also a national sexual assault hotline. I'll be putting the number down there, in case, you ever need someone's help, or, you just need to talk, get things out of your head, off your chest, just, all that stuff. So, what I wanted to talk about was some people don't understand what sexual abuse means. Now, for the beginning, we're just going to be talking about child sexual abuse for those under 18. Because half the time, it is kids under 18 who are molested, raped. It's actually very rare for those above 18 to have it done, to be raped, to be molested. So it's a form of child molestation. Now, if you don't know what that means, it is in which a older adolescent or an adult uses a child for sexual stimulation, meaning forms of, whether it be by asking or pressuring, or by anything else, indecent grooming, exposure, of genitals, females, etc. Child grooming, like I mentioned, and child exploitation and sexual, and that can even include using, child to produce pornography. It can occur in a variety of settings. It can happen in homes, schools, work, any public place, anywhere that has child labor. It can just happen. And child marriage is one of the main forms of child sexual abuse. A lot of children are forced into marriage at a very young age. Some are, 14, 13, forced to be married to, anyone older, just for a sexual stimulation for that other person, the older person. That is also child sexual abuse, even though they're married. They're not doing it for both of them, or just, they're doing it for them, and it's not being, they're not considering what the other person is thinking or feeling. The effects of child abuse, well, it can cause so many things, depression, anxiety, PTSD. PTSD stands for post traumatic stress disorder. Uh, Complex post traumatic stress disorder. Um, it can cause, you know, it's hard to really explain, but it's the most. It's just so, I hate talking about this because, I feel no one of any age, any gender, just anything, no one deserves to go through this. And, the fact that it is mostly girls that are abused other than men, I still feel no one should have to go through it. And, this can cause to physical injury to the child, sexual abuse by a family member, can result in a serious and long-term psychological trauma, especially with a parental incest, it's, child sexual abuse, it's estimated that 19.7% are for females, and then it's 7.9% for males, so it's, the rate is higher for the females, lower for the males. But, it also mentions that how, most sex offenders and their, I don't really know how to put it, but the victim are usually acquainted with each other. They usually know each other. Often it is brothers, fathers, uncles, cousins, you know. And it even says around 60% are other acquaintances, says as friends. The family, babysitters, neighbors, strangers. 10% of child sex cases are just strangers, so it's like, um, it is proven that um, most child abuse is prohibited and committed by men, but it also shows that studies on a female child molester show that women commit to 14% to 40% of offenses, where boys is 6 against boys of 6%. It's not just males pedophiling against females. It can be males against males, females against males, females against females. It's not just one gender. Um, a lot of people don't know what the word pedophile means. It took me a while to learn what it meant. I just never really understood it. It is commonly applied to anyone who sexually abuses a child. But not all sex offenders are pedophiles, unless they have a strong sexual interest. It mentions how, under the law, child sexual abuse is often used as an umbrella term describing criminal or civil offenses in which an adult engages in sexual activity with a minor or exploits a minor for the purpose of sexual gratification. Now, it also mentions how children cannot consent to sexual activity with adults. An adult who engages in sexual activity with a child is performing a criminal and immoral act, which never can be considered immoral or normal or socially acceptable behavior. So, there's all of that. Psychologically, it depends, how old you are or how young you are, who the pedophile is, what you've been through, how much trauma you've been through with that person, to determine exactly, how your state of mind is, and all that stuff. But it can result in depression, like I said, anxiety, eating disorder, self-esteem, poor, sleep disturbance, anxiety disorders, post PTSD. Um, it can even cause children to self-harm, want to end their lives. Because they feel worthless, Those pedophiles, they take something away from that inner person, It makes them feel like they've been torn apart, And it's not the best. Um, I will stop right here, guys. Please like for part 2. And comment below if you guys want to hear more, of anything else, anything personal, comment down below. Well, it's definitely don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. So, see you later. Bye.